It's Operation Babble with Myke Shrews. It's pop culture, music, movies, TV too. It's time to explore life. It's Operation Babble time.
Apparently we are going to ASMR the shit out of this one.
Yeah.
So Firip. I used his name. Shit! Oh no!
What?
Would you like to introduce yourself, sir? Since we have our first guest.
I guess not anymore. That you just.
I took
your
your
thunder. Took all my thunder.
I took your goddamn thunder.
I'm thunderless. Yeah. Well, I'm Philip. Philip Spann. I am the re-recording mixer at Rooster Teeth Animation, and just a general nerd of things.
General.
Yes.
Not Captain Nerd. General nerd.
You know, especially about like animes and audios and things. And just geek stuff.
Yeah, there we go. To paint a beautiful picture of this gorgeous, luscious man. I don't know why I came with luscious, but I think we'll get.
It's the hair.
I think we'll get there. Yeah. If you guys need to visualize this man, if you've ever seen any kung fu movie, pretty much think of the guy at the top of the 10,000 stairs who's going to teach you the ultimate fighting move.
Yeah, I don't know why they keep casting me for that. Honestly,
look, man, you're a timeless man. You're a timeless looker.
Okay.
He's got the beautiful, luscious locks. There we go. That's where the word came from. That goes all the way down to his derriere. That apparently
just the top of the crack.
Yeah, only
the
top.
Precipice. Is that
what?
I don't know.
That's a big word. Michael, can you Google that for me, please?
Oh boy.
But yeah,
the precipice.
We figured. Fuck.
Damn it.
We figured. I figured. Let's start this off since Philip's here. Being our audio god here.
All right.
I thought it would be nice to kind of grill our first guest. Man, this is cool. This is a milestone, Michael. What number are we?
This is number 11, dude. This will be 11. Yeah.
Dude, on the ones and ones.
Yeah.
How do you like that?
We're on ones.
Congratulations, buddy. You're
double digits
for our first one into the doubles. So
I'm so honored.
So okay, so you said you are a re-recording mixer?
Yeah.
You said?
Re-recording mixer. So like all the sounds come through me, like all the voice actors, all the sound designers, all the composers. I take their output and I mix a beautiful little picture with it.
Oh well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
So you said Rooster Teeth. So then, anybody who doesn't know that company, they are based out of Austin, Texas. Mm-hmm. They are kind of the hidden. Well, I guess not so hidden quite anymore, but they were kind of the hidden gem of the internet back in the day. They flagshipped Red vs. Blue.
Yep.
They are now currently really well known for Ruby.
That's probably the big money maker right now. It's getting big in Japan. Warner Brothers picked it up.
Well, congratulations! Yeah. You can always say you're big in Japan.
I know.
If anybody
it's very
ever
important.
Asks. Also, I'm big nowhere, so that's good. Maybe around the gut area and hopefully under the belt. But Hannah will probably debunk that, or Michael, I guess, if he really wants to. Also. You currently essentially just wrapped, for the most part, if I'm going to say that, this new series that hopefully is going to catch some fire here pretty soon.
Yeah.
GenLock?
Oh, yeah.
I know Michael kind of caught up on it since even though I'm doing all the talking for some reason, because if we've learned anything,
John always
never
does
shut
the
up.
talking.
Yeah, always. I just never shut the hell up. But I figured since he caught up, I think this would be a perfect opportunity for you to kind of say what you do, maybe explain what GenLock is, and then I think you two could have a pretty decent back and forth since he's actually pretty versed in it right now.
Yeah,
for the most part. I wouldn't say versed in it.
More than me, definitely. Definitely more than me. So if you want to give a general rundown, go nuts.
I mean, GenLock's kind of our new show. It's definitely the most ambitious one we've done because we got SAG actors. That's new for Rooster Teeth.
Ooh. Well, sorry, Joel. Sorry, Joel Heyman.
Yeah, well, I mean, we signed a bunch of people up for SAG to do it, but we got like actual A-listers. Michael B. Jordan is our protagonist. We got Dakota Fanning. We got Maisie Williams, David Tennant.
So many name drops.
Yeah. We got a pretty fire cast, and they were recording all over the world, sending us, their lines, and we were just animating to it. It's kind of like an American mech anime, I guess. We're trying to get into that sort of mecha genre. Okay. Giant robots, you know, lots of cool action.
It's like Titanfall with Arya Stark.
Yeah. But I mean, super ambitious. It's our first like show that actually has like full feature-length episodes. You know, every episode's like 20 to 30 minutes.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. Whereas Ruby's always been a shorter show.
Yeah, because RVB, that was kind of how
RVB too.
That's kind of how they started. Was a lot of those shows would be like they'd come out weekly. The episodes would come out weekly. Like then they'd be like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, whatever. Because they were kind of bare bones back in the day, and
they kind of grew longer over time.
I
At
think
GenLock, we wanted this to be like network,
which is
like,
awesome.
stuff.
That's really cool. You can definitely see the company kind of grow into its own because of that. Ambitious is a great word for that, because I've been a huge fucking nerd fanboy of RT since pretty much they started season 1 back in like I think like 2003 was when they were kind of getting started. Probably 2005 is more when they started really starting to get the ears on it. And,
I don't think anybody was expecting Ruby to take off like it did.
Yeah.
And Ruby really did. And then since that show was so successful, we're trying to just like, well, let's take this sort of momentum. Let's make like a new sort of TV show, a new anime, essentially. Because we're basically making 3D anime. I think Ruby is probably one of the first like shows that could call itself that.
Yeah, and I would argue we're seeing actually a lot of mainstream almost essentially. I'd hate to say the word steal. All of a sudden, you're really seeing that type of animation really pop up. Like we were actually looking at GenLock, kind of like, it's kind of strange that GenLock comes out and then all of a sudden you have Star Wars Rebels or whatever comes out and looks damn near the same.
And
they had Godzilla, the Netflix Godzilla series, is the same kind of animation and shit.
What was that other one that just came out? It was it wasn't Dragon
Ultraman or whatever.
It wasn't Dragon Prince. It was.
Oh well, I mean Dragon Prince.
It's pretty close. But...
It does have some similarities. A lot of playing with like the lower frame rate and stuff.
Okay. Ooh, he's getting technical. Ooh, yeah. Talk about that.
Oh yeah. Well, GenLock's animated on 2s, which means like we only animate, I guess, at 12 FPS for characters, where backgrounds move at the full 24. I feel like Into the Spider-Verse was doing something kind of similar, where they're playing with frame rates. And the reason that they wanted to do in GenLock was to kind of mimic the hand-drawn sort of style, because hand-drawn anime is typically on 2s as well. Okay. Until you hit an action scene, then it flips to 1s, and it's very fluid.
Could you give an example of that, maybe? Like something a little mainstream that people would kind of...
Well, I mean, just like in general, like animation, whenever you get, say, into a fight scene or whatever, the frame rate actually increases, and you may not notice it, but it's just to increase.
But your
the
brain
fluidity.
probably does.
Yeah, your brain probably does. But it's something that I feel a lot of people are exploring nowadays. And Dragon Prince that you mentioned, great example. They're playing with their frame rate a lot.
They were the guys that did
possibly
Avatar Airbender, right?
Yeah, same writers, I think.
I think so.
I can't remember. There is a connection there. But yeah, they definitely play with it to kind of give it like a comic booky feeling almost. Some could say they almost go too far at times.
Yeah, that seems to be the general consensus with just about anything in media these days. They kind of don't know where the finish line is.
Yeah, but it's cool that, you know, people are exploring things like that. I think nobody's done it better than Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Validation, baby. I love that.
They do like really cool things about playing with the frame rate. Like, say one character's moving on 2s, and another character in the same scene is also only getting updated every other frame, but they will offset those two animations. So it's like one frame character A moves, the next frame character B moves, the next frame character A moves. So it's like less jarring. Like you don't notice that it's moving at half speed in a sort of way.
But it sounds dumb because it's like the idea of like dancing almost. It's like this idea like people pop and lock, but if people do it at different times, you could almost hit. There's not an empty beat. There's no empty frames. That's neat. It's just neat to me the fact that you're utilizing every frame.
It's just something else you can kind of play with to kind of mess with your audience a little bit, I guess.
That's awesome. So we did some of the.
Don't know how we got on to frame rate discussions off of GenLock.
Look, man, this shit is built on tangents. Like it's absolutely built on tangents. So Michael, what do you got? Any good questions here?
Because
you were just watching it.
Yeah, I was just watching it about an hour or so ago. What was it?
Is it the pilot episode?
Yeah, it was the pilot
Yeah.
episode.
Oof. Sorry, buddy. I love you to death, but the pilot episode's a little rough.
Well, we don't
it
meet
is
any of the cast in the pilot
yeah.
episode.
I think Rooster Teeth is very very good at character writing. Like
Yeah.
they've always been really really good at that stuff. And thanks to fucking Monty with Monty Ohm with Ruby, his world building is just it's pretty remarkable to see. But then sadly, the pilot episode has to do all the world building relatively quickly to get people interested, which is cool.
I think it's more like, here's Chase, let's
Yeah.
introduce you to him and his predicament, and then cool jet dogfighting stuff.
Yeah, so
I think that's all they wanted to
So
accomplish.
Chase is the lead character. That's who Michael B. Jordan,
That's Michael B. Yeah.
Adonis Creed, or Killmonger, if you prefer, if you're nasty. Voices Chase, and so yeah, they introduce him in the pilot, which is, if you can get through it, it's really cool. Like you pretty much the pilot is, here you go, here's the world, here's how it's gonna look, here's the whatever.
Here's the bad guys. Let's
Yeah.
have some cool like dogfighting stuff,
And then the next episode, you pretty much introduce damn near everyone.
the next
the main
episode we
cast.
start like actually bringing out the rest of the cast.
And oh boy, let me tell you, I'm kind of a dickhead. I haven't finished it because I'm one of those people. I like to let shows run their course and then binge.
Well, it's all out now.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go hard.
Yeah.
That was a beer, not a soda, by the way. So kudos to you, Philip.
Oh yes. Daddy needs his juice.
And we're gonna write that one down. I have a list of Philipisms, by the way.
Oh jeez.
And they're just gonna get longer and longer. But the second episode is fantastic. I really love their character building. Dialogue's always good. I always tell people Rooster Teeth dialogue really reminds me of like old school Kevin Smith, like very Clerks, back and forth.
That's good to hear.
Really nice deep character conversations.
Yeah, like Red versus Blue. Like
Yeah.
you get a lot of that.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
Where dialogue actually means something.
Yes, right? God, wouldn't that be great? Man, Disney, could you learn? So how many episodes, and then kind of maybe walk us through the process of a show, like kind of what does the show do production wise, then what do you do?
Real quick, I want to say though, for a pilot episode, the sound effects from the jets and stuff, or spacecrafts, whatever they're supposed to be.
Just some weird future jets.
Yeah. It's a lot better than the audio effects that they give Iron Man in the Armored Adventures, and that's just from the pilot episode.
Wow. Well, thank
So-
you.
High praise.
Dude.
Again, suck at Disney.
Dude, that means a lot. We definitely like pour our hearts out for sound for that show, and all of our shows, but like particularly Ruby and GenLock. Just so much goes into that. And I have to give a shout out to Andrew Scott, who is the sound designer that did those jets. He really just took off with that, and I mixed them in the end, but I would have to give kudos to him.
Right.
Because honestly, he's the one that's like making the bass sound to begin with. But yeah, so like a whole episode, you want just kind of a walkthrough how we make one?
Yeah. Because a lot of people already kind of don't. I would honestly say, and this is from definitely our film school snobbery. We have learned over and over and over again, audio tends to always be the thing that gets overlooked or honestly just cast aside. Like nobody really ever really
Unfortunately,
appreciates
it's a
good sound
bad
design.
thing too, because
Yeah.
you need audio. If I turn a movie on, it can look pretty. I don't care, but if the audio sucks, I'm turning that shit off, because I'm not going to try and suffer through the bad audio.
It's like the idea of if like if a car engine turns on and for some reason a Jeep Cherokee sounds like a battleship. It doesn't really make sense, and I don't think people appreciate it anymore.
it is like 50%, and it's like an invisible art too, because like if people notice the audio, it's usually bad in a way, and whenever the audio is really good, it just sucks you in. It's immersive, And so that's kind of one reason why people don't notice audio a lot of the time, is because if it's really standing out, there's a good chance it's jarring. Whereas whenever it's really good, you don't even like think about the fact that, hey, Iron Man's just nothing but a bunch of polygons. You know, his armor doesn't actually generate sound. We just feel that sound is appropriate, you know?
Yeah.
So it's something we almost take for granted naturally. But audio definitely manipulates scenes in ways that we don't even think about. Like, if you find a scene that's like a real tearjerker, like a real sad moment, watch that shit on mute and see if that still evokes that response, because it's probably the soundtrack like pulling half of that out of you. You know,
that.
It's like the sad violins, the sad pianos, they sucker punch us, and we don't attribute that to that. We just think of it as that's an awesome scene. But it's sound that's pulling a whole lot of weight, and that's the part of my job I really like. My favorite scenes to mix are like the really emotional ones. Because I spend a lot of time writing the fader of like how music enters a scene like that, and then just the faders of their dialogue levels, like how are the characters playing off of each other? You know, are they yelling at each other? Are they mad, or are they barely able to speak because of what they're feeling? You know, like just the volumes of their voices can play tricks on you, or just make a scene feel right.
And it's funny because it was like. I mean, there's a reason why people call, to piggyback off your music. The music thing is always a big deal, because we're gonna get there, people. Don't worry. Happy Endgame, everyone.
Oh.
But I think Marvel's a really, really good example of hero themes. People have their theme music. People have their style of music. So it really works well where you hear a theme and you go, this is how I'm supposed to feel. Yeah. And sometimes it's almost detrimental in a way, because it's like, I've been led here, but did it earn the emotional response that I gave? So I do love that idea of just like mute it, watch the scene, and then see what happens. I love that. I think that's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, or like a horror movie, mute that stuff, see if that still scares you. Probably not.
Well,
you know,
that actually reminds me, Michael. Do you remember when I think it was our first directing class? They showed us, they made us listen to the pitch piece for. What was it, that horror movie, the Leatherface guy?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, they were getting ready to remake that. I think it was the Jessica Biel one or whatever.
No, it was New Beginning or something like that.
Oh, the prequel
Because Jessica Biel one came out in like 2005.
Oh, okay. Because they literally showed us they gave us a pitch piece where it was just like 2 minutes of audio.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was fucking awesome.
That audio, the audio they gave us too, was actually from the original Texas Chainsaw.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Like, because it was just like, all you heard was people running down the hall, you know, like creepy stuff. And then to finish it off, wham, here comes the chainsaw, and you're like, like, and to think not a single section of imagery was in there, and it evoked so many different responses. It was amazing.
Yeah. Definitely, you know, like you can paint pictures with audio, and we frequently have to like sell scenes and things. But yeah, I guess I could talk you through like a whole episode's production process.
Yeah,
kind
that'd
of
be
got
badass.
off of that on a tangent there.
Absolutely, dude. Built on tangents.
I know.
promise you. Go nuts.
Yeah, basically, so it starts with the voice acting. Well, I mean, I guess it starts with the script, right? But
hopefully, fucking hopefully,
we
right?
just wing it in the booth.
That's what Disney does. Sorry, I'm doing it again. Sorry, keep going.
You should have started with the Disney stuff.
No.
We'll get there. I'm positive we'll get there.
We'll get there.
But yeah, we start with the voice actors. You know, Gray would video call a lot of them, or even fly out and go visit them to record these lines.
Haddock?
Gray Haddock. He's the director, showrunner at GenLock.
Okay.
So we would record all their lines. We'd get those in, and basically we'd piece together the lines almost like a radio sort of drama thing, and storyboard to that. And so with the storyboards, that goes off to animators. They start roughing together the animation. They've got the voice lines to do the lip sync. And we'll get that after animation is completed, I guess, but it's not necessarily like polished looking. It's just the polygons doing the things. They don't look nice yet. But we'll start doing sounds.
Polygons. You've mentioned that twice. Just sorry to break you up. But when you say polygons,
it's just like what would you say? Like anything that's in 3D, right? Like the characters, the background.
Oh, okay. So it's the technical way of just saying the
shapes that you see on the screen.
Okay. Well, because I was thinking like immediately, I'm thinking like they did the mocap. They gave you the video, and it's literally just you kind of just see like shapes.
I guess I skipped that part. We do mocap as well.
Oh, so you do mocap GenLock then?
Yeah, we mocap GenLock.
Fucking awesome. That's great.
Of course, some of the action scenes you can't mocap that stuff, right? So that has to be.
But I imagine your voice actors aren't doing that. You probably have somebody doing the model caging, and then
it's not actually the voice actors that are capturing their own performance in the show.
Yeah, sorry to take that away from you fans.
Yeah, no, we're looking into that actually, like getting the ability to have people do voice and motion at the same time.
Oh, that'd be dope.
But currently we do the voice acting separate, and then somebody else does the movements, you know.
Oh, that's sad.
On the
So you,
mocap
so you didn't even get to touch David Tennant or
No,
Michael B. Jordan's
I didn't get to
abs.
steal a lock of his hair or whatever.
But okay, so sorry. So now we're syncing audio to the polygons. You said.
So we have sound designers. Sound designer being Andrew Scott. There's also me. And we go in, and Chris Kokinos is our audio lead. He does some sound design, and we have a Foley artist, Alina Lekarchik. She will record things like cloth and like props and things to the picture, like watching the actual show. She'll go and like make rustles of movement and things like that, and then we'll also lay in all these small things like footsteps or background noise, because none of it exists, right? This is all built in a computer. And like I said, it's things people take for granted. Like we don't think about the aircrafts that fly overhead in the scene, but they sound right. So
or even
just
the basic building of the scene itself. Like are they in the sky? So you're gonna probably hear wind rustle or
cockpit ambience and that stuff.
Or like beep boop boops from the cockpit or shit like that. That's awesome.
It's huge, and it actually helps the cinematography a lot. Like it helps the cuts and things whenever the audio is like moving you to different places. I think in the first episode there's a lot of like going in and out of cockpits, and you can hear like when you're in a cockpit there's like little beeps and things going on that are appropriate to like flying a future plane. And then you would cut to somewhere on the ground, and we don't even notice the ambience shifts, but it helps reinforce like what we're seeing in a very technical way, I guess.
That was all awesome. Great technical jargon. Can you do me a favor and say the word cockpit one more time?
Oh, cockpit.
Yes.
Yes.
That wasn't as sexy, but
wait. Let's ASMR this. I'm getting real close. Cockpit.
And I'm hard. Nicely done.
Okay.
So Michael, you just watched it. I mean, what do you think? What's your initial response to the show? I think because obviously I gave mine. Might not have been stellar, but the show did exactly what I wanted. It made me want to watch it, and I'm very excited to watch it. So since you've seen it, I'm very curious.
I'm about the same. Unfortunately for me, the animation's not my style that I like. It's one of those rough styles. Like you have to like that style to really get into it. But the story carries it enough to where you can get past it.
I like that. Yeah.
So when there's a story good enough that it's making me give two shits what the actual animation looks like, that's a good thing. So
exactly, dude. Like.
And I think there's like some spectacle in every episode. Like there's at least a fight scene in every episode. So
hell yeah! I mean, if anything, you're gonna be able to get those AMV videos out there.
Yeah. There's something cool to see. But I do think the characters carry the show once they get introduced in episodes 2 through 8.
Yeah.
So
absolute. Oh, so 8.
It's 8 episodes.
Okay. So what would be because like a RVB would like I said would do weekly chunks of about 5 to 8 minutes, give or take 8 if you were lucky. But essentially would finish out at a full length. I think once they got a little farther, they were kind of busting the 2-hour mark. Where does this quote unquote season kind of end up at?
We get to finish like kind of the major character arc of this bad guy we introduce.
Okay.
So I think I really think that we're gonna get a season 2.
Hell yeah.
I mean, nothing's confirmed yet. They don't tell me yes or no on these things. But I would imagine so.
That company's pretty synonymous. If they like something, they're gonna fucking make a way to.
Yeah,
to get it
I'm
done.
pretty sure it's gonna happen, and then we'll probably get a lot more background information about the bigger bad guys in season 2, if I had to guess where it's going. But we basically see like the major character arc of our nemesis. Which is actually what we call him.
Shut up! That's great. That's
literally
great.
his name.
That's fucking very Star Trek.
Yeah. So that's kind of where season 1 ends, but we get to see all the characters kind of like have little arcs and things. Maisie Williams steals every scene she's in.
Oh, of course she does.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
it's
her.
great.
Don't watch iBoy. Don't do that.
Hi, boy.
Yeah, she was in. I don't know if that was a Netflix original or if it was just some really shitty sci-fi. But Maisie Williams was in it about some kid who like gets shot. He gets shot in the head and like he like like something happens where he like gets the power to talk to technology.
Oh wow!
And essentially he's a walking. He essentially has like Google Glass built into his head.
Oh yeah, that was Netflix. That was
Was
Netflix.
it?
Yeah.
Oh man, that movie's brutal.
I just heard iBoy and pictured like a smart vibrator.
I mean,
That
that
was the first thing that came to my mind.
To be fair, I probably would have watched that movie first.
Oh.
So season 1 is done.
Yeah.
Show's concluded. Yeah, I feel bad. I'm kind of with Michael with the animation thing, but it is nice that other shows were trying to
It's something
emulate
that
it.
we're still like I think fleshing out or
Oh,
trying
yeah.
to experiment with.
I would absolutely always say that this show or this company is very, very good at listening to their because they call it their community. They don't call it their fans. They don't call it that stuff. They actually listen and pay attention. Ruby's a fine example of like
Ruby.
you started with the bare bones crew and the crewbie and I mean you're talking about really rough beat up animation and then all of a sudden you hit what was it season 4? I think you guys changed from Poser to Maya,
which is like industry standard for 3D.
and oh boy, that is a huge animation change.
Yeah,
and
I think there's another quantum leap in Volume 6, the most recent one. Like
nice reference.
Yeah,
I like it.
Go watch Volume 6. But yeah, I think part of the reason why GenLock looks the way it does, though, is they wanted to set it apart from Ruby.
Yeah,
Ruby's very, very clean and very smooth and fluid. And
yeah, I would absolutely. The word I always say was glossy. I remember seeing it. And it's like the first like 2-3 seasons of Ruby are pretty clunky. But I think it works really well with Monty Ohm's original like fight scenes and like
his
the
animation
weapons and stuff.
I mean, is second to none. But I think like in Volume 6, we've really got like a great sort of cartoon aesthetic and lots of vibrant colors going on.
I mean, more
smooth.
anime. It feels more anime.
It feels very anime now, which is very cool.
Which we can shut those fucking people up about. Is Ruby an anime? Like, stop. Like, it's fine. It's fine.
I've heard both sides, all sides of that argument. I mean, I'll say one thing. Like I mentioned at the beginning, Warner Brothers Japan loves it. They show it on Japanese television. So,
dude, fuck it.
If that's all it takes to be anime, it's already on.
Nobody can see it, but I want you to know I just fist bumped the fuck out of it.
It's already on Japanese television, so I think it's anime.
So I'll do it for you. Suck it, nerds. But really, at the end of the day, who cares if it's good? Why do you have to qualify things? You know, I mean, people are like that. I don't know.
If it's just the fact that it was produced in Japan is your definition of anime, then I guess it's not. But it's definitely anime inspired, and I'm not going to split hairs over what we call it or not.
I love it. I love it. Yeah.
And just so people know, because John usually hates a lot of shit on our show here, just go check out check out the show, dude. Like, John's been trying to get me to get in the Rooster Teeth since I met him like in 2010 or 11, dude.
Well, this guy works there now, and you weren't even trying to do. We weren't even trying to do movies, were you? You were pretty much a music guy.
I was doing a lot of music stuff, and I did work for like a composer for a good long while. But I was vaguely familiar with Rooster Teeth, I think, before I met you, but John really is like the big giant Rooster Teeth
I'm
fan.
obsessed. I'm pretty obsessed.
You probably put them on my radar in a way that might have led to me getting this job eventually.
I
down the
fucking
road.
hope so, because I'm not gonna lie, that would be the crowning jewel of my life. Is that this audio god that I met, who, I mean, not only have you helped me with a lot of my shorts, like a lot of the stuff I do, I actually do a lot of audio building and Foley now for my own short films, and that's all thanks to you. And then I really think my game got stepped up because of you. Not only did it force me to think about something that I normally wouldn't think about, but at the same time, I grew an appreciation for it. Not just knowledge, but having a genuine appreciation for those type of elements is, I mean, it's you can't put a price on that. It's extremely important. Yeah,
that's what we were talking about earlier. It just gets overlooked a lot, but it influences you in ways that you don't even know most of the time.
I love it. I love it. So GenLock Season 1 finished out. Check it out. First memberships, I believe you need to watch it, but you do get a free month trial. So, do the classic. Binge it, and bail.
Yeah, you can binge it in one go. Yeah.
Binge it and bail. And then, that's
Do you have
awesome,
to actually
man.
pay for it to watch it?
You have to be a first member. Yeah, the first episode is free for
think
everybody.
we're
Okay.
gonna-
Yeah, so you can watch the first episode. But the rest of it's paywalled.
I was wondering why I was watching 3 minutes of fucking advertisements every time I went to a break.
Hey, man, it could be
I'll
worse.
also-
You could be on YouTube.
Yeah, I'll also say it's on Crunchyroll and it's on VRV. So if you are a paying member of either of those services, you can also watch it on that.
Dude, I love me some VRV.
VRV is great.
I love me
yeah.
some VRV.
It's a great a collection of things on VRV. So I would recommend that if nobody's checked that out yet.
And I mean, with RT, it's like, again, here comes the fanboy. Dude, buy a month. Who cares? They have so much shit, dude. If you like Twitch stuff, they have Achievement Hunter, who's super game heavy. If you like short films, they got like Cow Chop and whatever. Sugar Pine 7, I believe.
Yeah, we make a butt ton of content.
A butt ton?
Yeah,
It's
a
okay. You can
metric-
swear.
I'm
A
sorry.
metric butt
A metric
ton.
ass load. Wait, I'm all sorts of wrong. Okay.
I'm sorry.
We make a lot.
I killed your mojo.
We make a lot of content. A lot of gaming stuff. So if you're a big gamer, you like watching.
Fucking Death Battle.
Yeah. Oh,
there you go.
I was a sound designer for Death Battle for a long time.
Fuck, really?
Yeah. Speaking of which, like all of the mech sounds in GenLock, I got so lucky because right before we started pre-pro on GenLock, I did an Optimus Prime versus Gundam Unit 1 Death Battle. And that like gave me a deep dive into the work of other people on giant robots and really influenced the GenLock sound. I made the basic construction kit. We build all of our robot noises.
Oh, nice.
Like right after I did that, and I was really influenced by the Gundam sounds because they always sing you the song of their people, like these robots. They have such characteristic noises that like I feel like I can hear a Gundam sound and know. I can like picture it almost. And what's so funny is how few of them they use, and this influenced me a lot because I feel like our Holons make kind of a small collection of sounds. The mechs in GenLock, we call them Holons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a cool name.
Yeah, it's from like some philosopher, Ghost in the Machine sort of thing. But
I love good writing like that.
yeah, Gray's all about that. All the references, I think like Ghost in the Shell would be like a good like point of reference for a lot of the stuff in GenLock.
Not the Scarlett Johansson movie.
I didn't absolutely hate that one.
Nah,
it was
what it was.
The original anime movie is
untouchable.
The epitome of Ghost in the Shell, but I didn't hate the live action one.
They tried very hard.
I mean, I'm also generally a positive person. Like, I don't hate a lot of things. I mean, that movie could have been dog shit, and I would still probably say, there were some redeeming qualities.
Scarlett Johansson looks great.
Hey, I actually really like some of the character design in that.
I thought so too.
Like the big guy, Bato.
Well, and
the big guy. He looks like his anime equivalent.
And it was so strange that everybody had that like race war thing because it was like, I mean. Japanese animation is pretty synonymous with kind of they tend to westernize a lot of their characters for some reason.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, like the Major doesn't necessarily even look Japanese in the original.
Yeah.
and I love that Beat Takeshi was that was Beat Takeshi, right? The old guy.
I believe
that only spoke Japanese.
I believe so.
I thought that was really cool. Yeah, no, I'm all for that movie in ways. I don't think it was completely irredeemable.
Right, there we go. I like that. That's a great way to put that.
Just so everyone knows, I'm trying to keep my mouth shut on this because I don't know too much about anime. So it's all you two.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But isn't your wife like a huge?
Yeah, she's
anime
into
fan?
it.
What does she watch if she tries to force you into the world?
Was it Vampire Hunter D or something like that?
Shut the fuck
I
up!
love
That's
that.
amazing.
Yeah.
Have you not watched that movie?
No.
Because you should. You should. Give it a go.
He forced it on me. What were like the three? I can't remember. What were? Okay, so we did a top 5 comic book thing back in the day. Give me your top 3 because I remember. Yeah, I know. Shut up. I'm so old. When we came and visited you, Hannah and I, you showed us a lot of different animes, and oh boy, you bent my mind a few times.
Yeah.
If the quintessential, because I love the fact that you brought a Vampire Hunter, is fucking fantastic. Because it was one I absolutely enjoyed that you forced me on.
You don't have to like anime to like Vampire Hunter D.
It's just good.
Like the art is fucking amazing.
If you had to pick 3 right now, like if I came to your house and you're like, sit your fucking ass down and watch these, what would you pick?
We're gonna watch 3 anime. First anime I'd recommend to anybody who's not an anime fan would be Cowboy Bebop.
Hell yeah.
That's a like I said earlier with Vampire Hunter D, that's an anime that you don't have to like anime to enjoy.
I always tell myself that reminds me.
That's just a fucking great TV show.
It reminds me of
There's nothing anime about it.
It's kind of like felt like Firefly meets like a Han Solo.
It was like Firefly before Firefly.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
That's what I'm saying. No, it's so great. Like
Space Bounty Hunters. Soundtrack is fire.
The fucking opening alone, the visual, the theme song opening to the show is
great.
Fantastic.
Episodic structure. Like we're rotating through these characters. They basically take turns having the spotlight, and we fill in their pasts over time. Every episode has like a brand new theme that's tied to the episode for like the music, and great action. It's like it takes itself seriously the whole time. It never really breaks character, like, which is a pet peeve in a lot of anime. I feel like for me personally, like when they go all chibi and stuff and they just like lose their tone, right? Cowboy Bebop never does that. Like it's always in character, very serious, and the characters are great. Yeah, just watch that one. That would be my first recommendation to anybody.
Are you excited for the live action that they're trying to do?
You know, I'm behind most of the casting choices. I can't see... Is it Jason Cho?
Yes.
I can't see him...
Bruce Lee. No, that was Jason Lee, sorry.
As Spike, because Spike, to me, if I picked like 2 words to describe Spike, it would be nonchalant and disheveled. Which neither of those words I can apply to like Jason from what I've seen of his other stuff, but I'm open to it. You know, like I'm gonna try it before I knock it, right?
Yeah.
You know,
which is funny because I have a feeling Michael did the same thing I did.
Just Googled.
Well, you just said Spike.
Oh,
so we immediately went to
Buffy.
There it is.
Oh, okay. No, Spike's the main character, Cowboy Bebop, and he's disheveled and nonchalant.
fucking awesome. A scruffy nerf herder. Okay.
But he kicks ass. He's amazing at his job.
So awesome. Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
There you go.
Number 2, Evangelion, I think.
Fuck you. That is great. Yeah.
Evangelion changed the fucking game. Yeah. I don't think you can have a convo about anime without bringing up Evangelion.
I feel you.
Because that I feel like converted a lot of people to the medium as like, oh, these are cartoons doing something really sort of different.
Something special.
Because Evangelion is all sorts of fucked up.
Would I be crazy comparing it to Sword Art Online?
No, I think that's a different ball game.
Okay.
Like Evangelion is a show about people that wind up eventually deeply unlikable with huge character flaws, having existential crisis. Like, this is not something cartoons have like they didn't do this
That
before.
should have been
Like-
that should be a fucking audio blurb for the advertisement of that fucking show. That was fantastic.
It is a fucked up show about like unlikable people that are they're having issues, and in the guise of they're getting in robots and saving the world or whatever.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, they're all having terrible times. They're trying to figure themselves out. And most of it's just the main character ranting about how much he can't get close to anybody or like anybody. And that was a show that probably converted me into like, I'm gonna explore this whole medium a little bit more, because that's not a show that you really see anywhere else.
That's fucking awesome.
So Evangelion, I'd have to say that one. It's coming to Netflix soon.
Yeah.
You got to give it the whole series, because it's going to appear like a lot of other mecha until it hits a certain point where it doesn't.
What are they? Okay, so you kind of gave the premise. Like, what is it? Like, is it like a mech type deal? Is
Yeah,
it like
it's kids getting in robots and fighting aliens, basically. Actually, if you want to summarize it, so the bad guys in Evangelion are called angels.
Okay. Ooh, cool.
And the robots are called Evangelions. And the organization that controls the robots is called Nerve, and they're run by something called Seal. Now, we translate all that. Evangelion translates from Greek to gospel. Nerve translates to mind, and Seal translates to soul. So basically, it's about a kid who's in... and the thing that the aliens can never get to, the thing that you're protecting at all costs, is called central dogma. So...
I love Kevin Smith.
So, yeah, it's about a kid who climbs into this thing called a gospel under the orders of mind, who thinks it's taking orders from soul to guard central dogma from foreigners that are coming in to, like, interact with it. So, like, just from the synopsis, it's about, like, somebody who honestly, like, believes that you should just shut down these other worldviews almost, and the further you get in the series, the more human like the angels sort of start to become. Like, they start trying to interact with Shinji, the main character.
Dude, you are almost
Yeah.
like running out of breath. You are so excited right now.
Dude,
I love this.
It was a medium defining show. So
That's awesome.
That's why I have to say Evangelion.
You fucking just sold me. That's awesome.
You should watch it.
So number 3 then.
That's very tricky, like, because Cowboy Bebop and Evangelion are obvious choices for
And
me.
I'm already taking up half my month with those. So.
Yeah, I don't know what I would pick for number 3.
Not cat soup, right?
Cat
Fucking
soup.
cat soup.
Fucking cat soup. Which is just a great psychedelic short.
Yeah, drop something. Drop something and watch that shit.
Yeah,
that will
Jesus.
fuck your world up, Michael. That shit.
Oh.
Cat soup is some fucked up shit. But we got through it. It was exciting.
I don't know what I would pick for number 3. I mean, we already mentioned Vampire Hunter D. That's
Yeah.
a great fucking guilty
That was
pleasure
the first one you
anime.
threw at us.
Yeah,
And,
I feel like
I loved
anybody
it.
can dig that.
I
It's
fucking loved it.
just vampire slayers and really cool art. It's very, very violent and
I love it. I
like
fucking love
deliciously violent.
it. Yes.
Um,
I'm a big Trigun.
Trigun. Yeah.
It's Vash the Stampede's my boy. I know it's a
Trigun's-
little cartoony, but
Trigun's classic, but it doesn't take itself seriously all the time,
Which is why I love it.
Could be a love-hate sort of thing. You know, it's not my number 3, but I'll just name drop it because it's easily accessible.
Okay.
And it's very screwed up. But Devilman Crybaby on Netflix.
Wait, what now?
Devilman Crybaby.
I always like Devil May Cry. I love that game.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
no,
Devilman Crybaby.
I wouldn't say that's my number 3, but it's because it's easily accessible and it's new and it's very much the part of anime that I enjoy, where anime is like doing something that we wouldn't ever imagine like a Western cartoon doing,
Yeah.
where it kind of gets really dark at times, but at the same time somewhat existential and like,
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome.
I'll say that.
See again.
Actually-
Vampire D Hunter.
Well, no.
Vampire Hunter D.
I actually just
Tangent.
I just realized my number 3 would be the Ghost in the Shell movie.
Fuck! There it is.
Yeah,
okay.
that would be it. That would be it.
There it is.
So, yeah, the very first Ghost in the Shell movie
There you
would
go.
be number 3.
I like it. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for that.
that's my top 3.
So, Michael,
Yeah.
I just saw what the hell is on your feet right now. He had to walk around and do some shit in the office, so I'm curious of what the hell just happened.
They're
What are you wearing, man?
They're those fucking the cat from Alice in Wonderland slippers.
Oh, the
Oh, from
Cheshire
Cheshire.
cat. Come on, man. It's classic.
No, I was
Fucking shout out to your
grabbing I was grabbing my favorite anime because
what
it
do we
is a.
got?
Oh wait, it's right here.
We're up
There
here.
you go, buddy.
Oh, there we go.
What the fuck? is
Ninja
that?
Turtles.
It's Ninja Turtles anime. It's all in Japanese. It's fucking awesome.
Who's it looks like Batman.
Actually, it looks like Wolverine.
Okay, it looks like Wolverine.
That's a turtle. So in this,
Wait, what?
Yeah, I forget what it's called because it's in Japanese.
God forbid he fucking translates the show that he likes. Right? Google
but
Glass. What is it? No, what's the translator?
I
Put the
actually,
Google Translator.
I had they had the action figures that they released from this in the States, and I always thought they were just fucking turtle action figures because they always made random shit.
Yeah.
And probably about 10, 12 years ago, I found this and was watching it. And so what it is like the turtles have like these magic stones that give them like fucking superpowers that turn them into like these robotic like super turtle things. It's fucking
It's awesome. I love Thanos.
Awesome.
Ninja Turtles. That sounds.
I love
very
Infinity
anime.
War. Well, thank you, Philip. I'll stop grilling you. I figured I wanted to know as much as I possibly could, mostly because when we get to the portion that everybody wants us to get to, I was hoping this would validate you enough. To the.
Am I not nerdy enough
to our just overabundance of two fans?
Yeah.
That are me and Michael watching our own stuff.
I mean, I will say I'm not as comic book nerdy, so
Yeah.
like Marvel might be an area
Yeah.
where I'm not as well versed. So yeah.
So
John
okay,
just wants more people to fight with him.
Dude, I really feel like I do. People are gonna murder me. But before we get to that, before everybody hates me, I did because you guys were both here. I wanted to play a little game,
Okay.
and I hope I bring this back. We all live there, Florida, obviously for a little bit. You now live in Austin, Texas.
Yep. I'm in
Philip.
Austin.
I live in Minnesota. Fuck the snow. Winter's coming, and it came, and it kept coming all over my face. And Philip, you got away. I got away. Poor Michael. He still lives in Florida.
Yeah.
So for the sake of it, this is a working title, but I made up a game called Florida or Fake News.
Okay.
Which
so
can
what
I
did-
say real quick that this other podcast that started following us, they actually have a segment that they do the same thing on.
You gotta be
Just
kidding me. Are
gotta-
you serious?
Gotta
so
piss
serious,
all over
dude.
his parade here.
Son of a bitch. Why would you tell me that? I
no
worked
pomp,
very hard
there's
on
no
this. I
circumstance.
spent a
Just so
whole
they
week.
know. That's just so they know because they listen to us.
They don't
I-
call it that, do they?
No, they don't call it that, but it's basically the same fucking thing.
Oh, god damn it. Well,
So just so heads up to them and to you that you didn't rip them
damn
off.
it. To be fair, I was ripping off the Rooster Teeth podcast because they play this game called Gavin or Google,
Uh-huh.
where they take a 3-word phrase or whatever from Gavin Free from the Slow Mo guys. They put it into the Google search bar, and they do autocompletes. So you have to figure out, is this a Gavin-ism or is this a Google autocomplete? So that was the basis of this, and apparently I just ripped someone off. I'm very sorry, whatever nameless podcast you are that I don't care about.
Ouch.
But I worked very hard on this, so I don't care. I'm gonna say you preemptively stole this from me a year ago. You took my
Well, there's always been the Florida man, like Twitter, right? Or
yeah,
whatever.
right. There you go. So apparently I'm completely unoriginal. Thank God. Feel free to go bev back up,
Yeah,
Philip.
okay.
While
you
I
set this up.
While I set this up,
Paint us a picture.
paint us the shitty poopy picture that I just got. Thanks to Michael. Thanks, Michael. Love the wind out of my sails. It's great.
Welcome. I love you
God.
too. I love you too, John.
You fucking better. I'm still all about it. Why does your shirt look like it's inside out?
It's made to look like that. It's supposed to be
real?
faded. Yeah.
I wanted the idea that you've had that shirt since you were like 10 and it still fits you somehow.
No,
and it's
I
just
wish.
faded.
No, I do have clothes from when I was in elementary school that still fit me pants even. Because I used to be
Well-
that ass that,
Wow.
wore the big ass baggy clothes. Well,
Yeah,
wait, I
fucking
still do that.
Fucking Michael with America's ass. Foreshadowing. Okay, well, fuck. Well, I'm still doing this because I worked very hard on it. Okay, so.
Yeah.
All right, Michael, we're gonna.
Are we like committeeing this, or are we
It's
gonna
just
get
you
points?
two. I'm just gonna say them,
Okay.
and we can do points. I'm down with points.
I don't know.
No, it's the American way. We need losers. Without a loser, why do anything?
Oh,
Right?
I see. Okay.
So I'm gonna. You can hear my notepad. So we're gonna have Philip and Michael here. I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited. God damn, I'm so bummed that I'm unoriginal, Philip. I'm so bummed.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
We'll see.
I'm
Just keep
rub
talking
your
to me in a
back here.
deep voice and
Yeah.
and it'll soothe me. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna give you these headlines, and you have to tell me if they're ones that I made up or if they were actual headlines.
Okay.
So here we go. Florida man tells police his wife was abducted by intruders using holograms. Is that real, or did I make that shit up? Michael, what do you think, buddy?
Fake.
Yeah, I think you made that up.
You both think I made that shit
yeah,
up, huh?
I think.
Incorrect. That shit is real. Nicely done.
I hope they were like cool holograms, like Tupac.
Man, Michael Jackson dancing
Yeah,
across
Tupac and Frank Zappa just busted in here and like
Frank Zappa reference.
just abducted my wife. I
Oh
guess.
my god. Okay. How about man wearing diaper flees police exclaiming God is good.
That sounds like
I
Florida.
could say real. Yeah.
You guys really suck at this.
I-
Congratulations. I made that up.
Yeah. Well,
Apparently I know Florida very well. See, the scary part is
that sounds a lot like Florida.
the scary part is I wish I would have Googled the ones I made up.
That would have been me like just walking to a convenience store.
Look, man, we all have our hobbies.
Okay.
Oh
no, not me in the diaper.
Oh shit.
Except on Tuesdays. But like just like I would expect to just see that in Florida.
I really wish I would have Googled these because now apparently I'm accidentally plagiarizing people and goddamn.
Are you plagiarizing reality?
Dude, I am. I'm
Dude, there's
fucking
so
safe.
many things that do this whole Florida man thing though, so it doesn't really.
Yeah.
I know, I'm
you're-
still-
you're
Shit
Shit
golden.
happens.
Whatever.
You're golden.
We're just gonna give me points for the creativity of the ones that we find out whether or not I made. So you both are 0 for 0. You guys suck. I'm gonna put zeros on your score pad just to emphasize.
Okay.
Make us
Okay.
feel more like losers.
Yes, that's the whole point of this game. All right, boys, here we go. Teen survives alligator attack using prosthetic leg.
Now,
Real or fake?
I'm gonna say real.
Okay.
I also sort of feel like that's a very Floridian thing,
Right.
but this game is only gonna get spicy if we like diverge.
This is true.
So I'm gonna go fake because we need points.
Boy, we are on the board. Ding, ding, ding. Philip with point number 1.
Oh,
I made that
fucking
shit
thing.
up like you read about.
That sounds like a Florida thing too.
Right? Can you tell we live there? Can you tell I've lived there? Okay. Fucking Christ. Here we go. Number 3. 400-pound woman survives sexual assault by herd of manatees.
Well, I'm gonna say that's fake.
That's true.
Fucking Michael! Ding, ding, ding! It is real. I can't believe it. I realize I should probably turn down the audio because I feel like I'm gonna clip a lot in this one. Oh my god, I'm dying. That one is 100% real. 400-pound woman survives sexual assault by herd of manatees.
Now, how does
That
the
sounds like a great
situation
day.
even arise?
Right? Like, are we in
Like-
SeaWorld? Are we in the middle of the ocean? What are we doing?
Like, oh no, I got in front of the manatees.
And there's a lot of them. I'm one of them.
I don't know.
Well-
this is like the jerking off the dolphin territory.
Ooh, I love that. I love
like that
RTA.
CIA shit.
When they're dropping LSD and the lady give dolphin hand jobs.
This,
Classic.
see, that's real. That's real news.
Ooh, after fucking Vampire Hunter D, this feels appropriate. Man dances on police vehicle to ward off vampires.
True.
I know, fake.
Michael, you are killing it, my man.
Damn it.
Ding, ding, ding. I love it. This is fantastic. This is going extraordinarily well for me. Florida woman charged after flashing drive-through worker for free McNuggets.
I mean, that sounds Florida to me.
I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie,
I'm
I
gonna
would
say
probably-
real.
Real. Okay, no, that is fake, boys. Nicely
Damn
done. To be fair, the only reason why it feels real is I have no problem believing that probably did happen.
I mean, you need those.
It had to have happened somewhere.
Dude,
somewhere.
Nug Club. I am a very, very strong. No more bullshit and McNuggets, please. Okay, on to the next one. You guys are doing terribly, by the way. Well, good job. Shut up. Shut up, me. Man tries to use taco as ID.
That's gotta be fake.
Michael?
I mean,
He uses a taco as ID. This is not a sexual euphemism. He tried to use a literal taco as identification.
say fake, unless Hulk gave them to him.
Fucking stop it. Stop it. Don't make me mad. Philip says fake.
Yeah, I'm
Michael,
sticking to my guns.
Fake.
Michael says fake. That is true, my boys.
I
Michael,
mean,
you are still in the lead with a commanding 2
2
to Philip's commanding 1.
greater than 1. Yes.
You guys are killing it.
Last time I checked.
I'm glad to know that we're going to be able to get your guys' scores on one hand.
It's all-time high.
Oh, God. I
I
wish
mean,
I
it
was.
is right because we haven't played this before.
Okay, we got 2 left, boys. Let's figure this out. Florida couple arrested after performing lewd acts to a statue while dressed
Real.
as animals.
Real.
Now, I want them to be dressed as like other statues, like those people, street artists that like freeze.
Like the fucking rope of the gold and silver robots.
No, like I would actually kind of love that. I think that's real too.
You want it to be real, don't you?
But wait, if I keep guessing the same way Michael is guessing, I'm never gonna overtake him. So I'm just gonna go fake.
You're gonna go fake, Michael. You said
Real.
You said real.
You said real.
Because we gotta make this spicy, right?
Nicely done, Philip.
Yeah.
That is fake as shit.
My strategy.
I was having a furry moment.
I've locked
I'm not
this
a
up.
furry,
Yeah.
but I was having a moment, and that came out of nowhere. So there you go.
They
Well,
should have been living statues.
God, you guys could not have done this better for me because we are now tied 2 to 2 on the final one that I put together here.
Okay.
Strip club offers free flu shots.
Oh wow. What a deal.
I would like to think
I
I would
mean,
like to
like-
think it's part of the cover charge, therefore they're not necessarily free.
Like, yeah. How much does a flu shot cost you at like a Walgreens?
That would require me to not be an anti-vaxxer. I am not, seriously. I'm sorry. Do not, please. I am vaccinated and I don't have kids.
Okay.
Fake, I guess.
I'll go real because one must fall.
Philip is our winner. Ding, ding, ding. That is quite real.
That's fucked up.
Wow.
Going to the strip club to offer flu shots. Nothing better than getting a 2-for-1 deal, a couple of fucking chicken wings, and then I'm going to get shot in the arm to keep myself from getting sick. Later, nerds.
Thanks for tuning in to another great episode of Operation Babble. You can catch this episode and more at soundcloud.com/Operation Babble or iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, and Google Play at Operation Babble.